Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on my whole lifter fiasco in the 68 Chevelle. So that's a 454HO in there that I installed in the Christmas of 2015. I didn't actually drive the car to 2016, so it's been in there for a few years now. However, I had recently a lifter issue, uh, and now I realize there's a lot of videos out there online on YouTube in regards to lifter failure. There's a whole big problem where it's just a huge issue out there right now. However, in my particular case, it wasn't actually the fault of the lifter. It was all to do with the manufacture, the assembly process of this engine. And I thought I'd share this with you guys. It kind of caught me by surprise. So I pulled this all apart last night. I knew that it was the number 7 hole, specifically the exhaust valve in number 7. So anyway, how this all works here on these roller cam motors, there's a little spider here, a little spider tray that holds all these keepers in place. And now these keepers here keep the actual roller square to the cam. So that's what actually holds that roller in place, square in relation to the cam lobe. So in my case, the fellow who assembled this got all these little keepers in properly, except for the very back one. The number 7 hole, if you look at it in relation to the rest of them that are all in line with the casting, they all follow the casting there, and that particular one is actually flipped upside down, and that's the way it was installed right from new. Right from the day this thing left the factory, that keeper was flipped upside down. And what happens is it actually runs the roller crooked to the camshaft. So it was out, I don't know, 10 degrees, 15 degrees. It was running on that cam sideways the whole time, because this thing was simply flipped upside down. I'd sure like to meet the clown who assembled this and give him the bill. But unfortunately, we're all human. We all make mistakes, and this one was an expensive one for me. So just to give you an idea, when I installed this engine in 2015, 2006, spring of 2016, just to, do the big block conversion with the rad and the mounts and everything associated with swapping over to a big block, it cost me in the neighborhood of $10,000 to do this. And I'm just absolutely shocked that this whole system lasted as long as it did. And the only reason I think it did was because I do a lot of oil changes on this thing. I mentioned before that in the time I've owned it, it's had, anywhere from 11 to 12 oil changes. And it only has 3,400 miles on it. So yeah, when I store this thing in the winter, I like to change the oil. I do it twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. And with the pandemic last year, I only got 300 miles on it. And even though there was only 300 miles, I still changed the oil because that's the way I like to store the thing. So that's the only reason I think that this thing lived the way it did. So these little guys, it wasn't actually their fault. They were running on the cam sideways, and it's destroyed the cam, unfortunately. I'm going to be looking at a new cam. And, well, at least these two for sure. And there was 2 other lifters that were kind of questionable. So, it's going to cost me for sure $1,000 to get this all sorted out. You can see, I don't know if you can catch this in the video, but these guys were running 20 degrees off center, and that's basically just skidding along. And like I say, I'm just shocked that it lasted as long as it did. I didn't actually catch this right away. I tore this apart last night myself, and then I shut her down and I pulled out the one lifter. I knew that was bad on the exhaust side, and my buddy Calvin, also known as the old car doctor, he came by to see my mess, and I really value his opinion. I wanted his opinion on the whole deal. And when he was standing at the front of the engine, he caught it pretty quick. All my work was done from the fender side here, and I didn't actually catch that. But if you stand from the front of the engine, You can clearly see how all these guys sit nicely in here in relation to the block, and they all keep the lifters square, but that one was flipped upside down and running that guy sideways. That's got to be at least 10 degrees. Anyways, guys, that's the latest update on this. I still have to pull the cam and all the lifters and confirm that I don't have any more than 4 for sure. I've got a bad cam, and it looks like 4 lifters I'm going to be replacing for sure, possibly more. I'll keep you posted, guys. So that's the latest. Wasn't actually the lifter's fault in this case. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys, and I'll have more videos on this coming up soon. Thanks.